While many people tune in to me as a swimming pool expert, I am not a chemist. So what I am telling you is based on 30 years as a swimming pool contractor, not because I own a chemistry degree. I want to talk to you today about water chemistry, specifically chlorine and cyanuric acid. Chlorine doesn't live very long in pool water exposed to ultraviolet light. Sunlight degrades chlorine. Years ago, chemists came up with cyanuric acid as a way to stabilize your chlorine against ultraviolet breakdown, known as degradation. But too much cyanuric acid is not good. That old saying, too much of a good thing? Well, when your cyanuric acid gets too high, there's a term in the industry that a lot of people talk about, chlorine lock. It's a misnomer. But what really is happening is, as your cyanuric acid level rises, the ability of the free chlorine is diminished. Typical chlorine levels in a swimming pool should be maintained at between 1 and 3 parts per million. If it's a heavily used pool, maybe 5 parts per million. Most test kits come with 3 parameters, well actually 2, meaning free chlorine and combined chlorine. So you're going to want to test your free chlorine. You're also going to test combined chlorine. It is that free chlorine that is able to do its job of disinfecting, because combined chlorine is, as it means, it's combined with the stuff it's already killed and is no longer effective. So kind of like a Pac-Man character. Once the Pac-Man has its piece, it can't grab another piece. So you need to make sure that your free chlorine level is sufficient. The key to understanding cyanuric acid, the relationship between free chlorine and cyanuric, when the cyanuric exceeds 20 times your free chlorine level, basically your free chlorine level becomes unavailable. It's ineffective and not doing its job. So that's one of the things to be on the lookout for when you test your swimming pool water. Calculate your free chlorine and then multiply that by 20 to make sure your cyanuric acid level is below that. Now, you may ask, how does my cyanuric acid get high? I've never added stabilizer to my pool. Many of the chlorine tablets that are on the market today come with stabilizer built in, and stabilizer doesn't evaporate. So after years of using the same chlorine tab, you may wind up with a buildup of cyanuric acid. The only way you're going to reduce that is to do a partial water change. So again, make sure your cyanuric acid does not exceed 20 parts per million of your free chlorine.